Hey, Ben, this is Joel.
Joe, what's happening, man?
Great. Hey, it's a great show. I got a couple quick comments and then a question that's maybe a little off topic that's been on my mind for a while. So, as far as all the Flynn and the leaks and stuff goes, I'm getting really kind of disappointed in WikiLeaks. Like, I wanted to believe that, they're just kind of neutral. They'll do the same thing to Trump they did. But now it's just getting to the point where they're, like, tweeting kind of pro-Marie Le Pen things. And I guess the response to Chelsea Manning getting off was kind of, somebody was saying that they kind of said, oh, well, this is just to make things difficult for us or something. So, I don't know. That's kind of a bummer. I wanted to believe they were somewhat objective, but anyways. And then the other thing is with all the stuff happening and people saying, what did Trump know and how did he know it? I'm kind of two minds with the idea of impeaching Trump, because on the one hand, it would be glorious to see him go out of office within 2 or 3 months of being inaugurated. Like, that would be fantastic. On the other hand, President Pence.
Exactly.
That's concerning, because he's way more efficient than Trump is. As long as Trump's in office, everybody's agitated. We're all, like, pushing back. We're making sure he doesn't do as much. Like, I feel like Pence would do the same stuff, but more smoothly. And the Democrats would be like, oh, now we've got a reasonable Republican. Let's just go along with him.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Thanks for the call,
so that
man.
kind of leads me to the question, actually.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. So the question was actually about the Democrats, because you've been saying for a while, you had your thing where you talk about, like, we need a divorce from the Democrats.
Yep.
But you've also talked about primarying them. And I'm kind of going through all this myself. What's the best approach? Should we try to build something independently? Should we try to infiltrate inside and kind of do what the California like Bernie supporters did, where they kind of took over the state party, basically? So I just kind of was wondering if you could give clarification on your thoughts. Like, when you say divorce the Dems, do you mean not vote in primaries, not try and take over state parties, or just
a
more kind of outsider response?
Great question, man. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call. I'll give you the answer. So actually, I mean all the above. When I say divorce from the Democratic Party, I mean that we need to strengthen our numbers, our organization. I don't want to use cliches like our resolve, but our resolve. And we need to strengthen it completely outside of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is there. Let them be, let them exist, whatever, care less. But in terms of our identity, our ideology, in terms of what we stand for, what we fight for, in terms of our media, in terms of our email lists, in terms of our fundraising capacity, in terms of our ability to mobilize people to go to rallies, to the voting booth, to canvass, and every aspect of our political participation needs to be strengthened outside of the Democratic Party. We should not look to them for any of that. And we should organize ourselves so strongly to the point that we place pressure on them at a drop of a dime, that we can choose our spots and we can say, okay, this race, we're going to put up somebody who's going to pull away. Even if we don't primary from the inside, we'll run an independent who's going to cut your vote in half. Or you can run this person, or you can, we can use our numbers as a strength, as a leveraging tool. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. We can use our numbers and our organization capacity, our fundraising capacity to put pressure on the Democratic Party from without and from within. The only problem I have with from within is that we oftentimes get complacent with the structure of the Democratic Party to provide us some of those key things, organizing things that we need. And what I'm saying is we need to 100% divorce ourselves from needing the Democratic Party to do anything. If somebody tweeted it, or was it a comment in YouTube? It was a comment in YouTube. Yankee. Or Yaki, I can't pronounce his name, but it's coming back to me. He said, we can work with the Democratic Party, but we don't need to work in the Democratic Party. I may be paraphrasing it wrong, but the sentiment is the same. There may be issues that we can work with the Democratic Party on, by all means, right? And this is for anybody. Let me go back and give this caveat. If this is the strategy that you want, this is a strategy you want. If you feel like the only strategy that's going to work is to work through the Democratic Party, then by all means, do what you believe is best. But for those of us who are tired of being pigeonholed by the Democrats and tired of the manipulation of the Democrats, we need to organize so ferociously outside of the Democratic Party that they see us as either a threat or an ally that they have to acquiesce to, that they have to respond to, that they have to seek after, instead of us having to acquiesce to them all the time. And if the sum total of everything I said adds up to a viable independent third party, then whatever, come see, come side, whatever will be, will be. No, come see, come side is actually so. Never mind. I forgot. Forget that. But you get the picture. I'm stopping right there.